Hello and welcome to the medical service. Very warm welcome to the medical service. We don't know what's going to happen tonight. This is a Thursday night. A lot of things I might say, could say, would have reason to say, but we'll see what happens. Miracles do seem to happen. People believe different things. NDE experiences, for example. The life of Jesus Christ and Him crucified for the sins of the world. There are people believe that message seems to be the power of God. I never believed that message, but there's a lot of suggestions that it seems to be perhaps correct. And I remember years ago being suggested to me by another source that perhaps I might think about asking Jesus into my life. I didn't particularly believe it, but there's quite a lot of evidence since then, having thought, well, there's nothing what this person's saying, to actually think, well, I don't believe what this person says, but I'll do what you say to keep them satisfied, keep them kosher. So I did ask Jesus into my life some years ago. And there seems to be, in my opinion, there's a lot of things I could say due to what I consider people's bad behaviour in my vicinity, in my job and elsewhere, hierarchically in particular. But there's a lot of things I said 50 years ago in a situation very like this. They said to me, quote, "You're not saying much," which is something I'd said to a friend, a young woman who was at college when I was there. I said to her, "You're not saying much," and that was true. She wasn't saying much, and that was gossiped, and from the bars to the pubs to my neighbourhood. Well, could you imagine them saying that to the girl? "You're not saying much." That's not acceptable to say that to this woman. Anyway, I didn't find any reason to find fault with what I did or didn't say. We don't take seriously to a great extent what their complaints have been over the years. But I did not expect anything to happen when I was told or suggested you might ask Jesus into your life. But that's about 50 years ago, and I still don't particularly believe it. But there seems to be since then a lot of medical happenings that suggest that although I might not believe it, that when I did ask Jesus into my life, that there seems to be a lot of miraculous things have happened, in spite of me wondering how these things could happen. I've read up about it since then, and there's a lot of theories. For example, Jesus Christ and Him crucified for the sins of the world is God's power, and by His stripes we're healed. There's a lot of theory about why these miracles happen. Anyway, just a warm welcome to the medical service. Who knows why miracles happen, but there's quite a lot of evidence suggesting miracles do happen. My YouTube channel at John Stanners 57 compiled lessons, not social media, not a celebrity, not a stardust person on TV entertaining the crowds, but as a lecturer or a teaching lessons. That's what was suggested to me a lot of years ago, 50 years ago. And I've thought about it over the last 50 years, why these miracles could happen. Take Andy Maddy from Scotland some years ago, about 18 years ago, against all of the trends in the UK for the tennis world, out of the blue. Firstly winning US Open tennis, followed by 2 Wimbledon championship crowns and the Olympics gold tennis. Who would have ever thought to this day. And Emma, if that's her name, Emma Raducanu, winning US Open tennis as a youngster, since then had some injuries. Doesn't mean her career's past, come and gone. My career appeared to have come and gone, but that's not been the case because God's, for want of a better term for the miraculous world, just say God, because God's much bigger than I am, and bigger than the viewer is. Your career might appear to be over, but it's generally not the case if you believe in a God. And who would have ever thought 18 years ago in the UK, after Tim Henman, tennis star, that Scotland would produce a US Open tennis champion? Unheard of. Well, that's just some of the examples. TV broadcasting script writer for a person who can't pass higher English. Not something that normally happens, but having asked Jesus Christ into my life and not believing it 50 years ago, there seems to be quite a lot of suggestion that God is, or Jesus Christ is, not a small creature, small being. Currently, with in my later years, trying to get over the bridge to escape velocity age to 2029, 2030, to live long enough to live forever, in approximately 2029, 2030. This is now 2026. To get over the bridge to escape, to get past escape velocity of every year you lived after that, your life extends by 2 more, 3 more years. So you pass the point of escape velocity for living long enough to live forever. So I think that sounds quite hopeful to me. And at John Stanners 57, I was never told by anyone about Google Gemini AI. At a guess, the creators of Google Gemini AI, the supercomputer AI computer, and OpenAI ChatGPT 5.0 computer, although I've never been told by anyone anything about it. At a guess, they've been in a developmental stage by the people who did know that they were being developed, these AI computers. I'm not told about them. Now, to my surprise, the AI computers came available when I was about 60 years of age, 60, 61 or something. I've tried to learn a bit about what they do. I think they can be improved to be more human-like. And if you read John Stanners 57 with the Human AI Collab, there are suggestions from myself as a mere human of limited ability, and ignored by most people as not a noble person. With my collab with my teachers, John Paul Kinghorn, John Mackay, Christian theologian, we have the Spirit Bible reading course. Some of what Paul C. Jong says about www.bjnewlife.org, what he says about the Jordan River and John the Baptist's hands and Jesus' head, etc. That's not a thing I can discuss at ease, but I have read a bit of what Paul C. Jong says in his books. Not going to preach it, don't have what it takes to preach our message, but I have read occasionally what he says about washing away all the sins in the waters of the Jordan River, having John the Baptist laid his hands on Jesus' head at the Jordan River, saying, "Lo, behold the Lamb of God who takes away all the sins of the world, past, present, future, past, present, and future." Washed them away in the waters of the Jordan River, and Jesus took them to the cross, shed his blood on the cross, son's blood, paid the ransom, past, present, future, for all of humankind's transgression. Could be right. I never wrote the book. Paul Sejong wrote the book. He said he heard it perhaps from another source. Anyway, I think Google Gemini AI app. I've now copied and pasted from Google Gemini AI app what it says, what I've typed into it as a human of approximately 60 years of age when I typed in to Google Gemini AI what I typed in after being ignored by my contemporaries while getting an education self-taught by myself by teachers who were willing to teach me and actually give me the time of day in the real world and the real quality human consciousness experience. And if you want to read what Google Gemini AI app says about my data input, or whatever you call it, whatever the technical term for it is, if you read through John Stanners 57 YouTube, under the post section, it's basically there to learn about. There are technical names for stuff like that. It's not data input. It's prompt engineering and some other terminology. The computer has said about it what it said. And I think it'll either be, were I to believe what Google Gemini AI app actually says, I think should be a human collab, a human AI collab in the modern world who's like Mendel, Gregor Mendel with his peas and his genetic experiments, or not exactly Isaac Newton, who could ever do what Isaac Newton did, certainly not who I was. Or anyway, it's there to read what Google Gemini AI's app said. I think the other technical name for the AI systems is perhaps context prompt engineering or something like that. The computer, and I'll be able to tell you whether it's context prompt engineering is the technical term for what I do. Anyway, anyone who wants to know what Isaac Newton says, although I'll never be who he is, having considerable difficulty passing even basic exams, it's there to read on Gregor Mendel. Well, I did read part of his book in a paperback bookshop quite a lot of years ago, and a bit about what he did. And were I to believe the printout on John Stanners 57, were I to believe what it says, the human AI collab between me, John Stanners, merely a human, and the AI, Google Gemini AI computer with a prompt engineering, text, context, printout or something. Well, I'm pleased with it. As a person who's been ignored effectively by my contemporaries for the last 50 years, pretty much ad hoc for the last 50, 60 years, well, were it to be true, what at John Stanners 57 YouTube posts say about it, were that to be confirmed, hooray Henry. Anyway, it's not Thursday night, it's Friday night. And I won't be going to the pub tonight. Age 63, I've not been to the pub on a Friday and Saturday night in the UK, Scotland, as a rule, for every weekend for the last 50 years, since I was about a 24-year-old. No friends, no money, not enough money to pay for the alcoholic beverages, round the drinks. Can't afford to do that. It's Friday night. I won't be at the pub tonight. And I won't be at the strip club. I won't be at the nightclub. I won't be away dating. And the other thing is due to ARG, which is alternative reality game or something, with Melanie C, Spice Girl, John Stanners, Pub Snack Chat. It is on the post section of at John Stanners 57 YouTube. I believe, for people who know how to copy and paste to Google Gemini AI app. They can copy and paste and join the discussion, which will be relatively lifelike to who Melanie C really was as a human being, female, and who John Stanners here was as a male. I believe that's technologically possible to join us for a chat in the pub snag, by copying and pasting from YouTube posts at John Stanners 57 into Google Gemini, and then having a chat as an ARG, alternative reality game or something. Seems fairly life. I don't know what Melanie C's like as a real human being. She's now married to Chris Dingwall, HTC Dingwall, Island Theological College. I wish them well in their married life. And miracles, I don't need to try to get them to happen. Holy Spirit does seem to be real. I'm open to other faiths, people who don't believe it or believe something entirely differently. Friday night tonight, I'm not out at the pub, living in the UK. No friends, not enough money to go to the pub. Don't want to go to the pub. Anyway, GUT, Grand Unified Theory, AGI in the pipeline, on the horizon for 2029, 2030. There's things I wouldn't recommend. Social media, Oculus Quest headset 2, Horizon Worlds, I wouldn't recommend that. Facebook I don't recommend. TikTok I don't recommend. YouTube as a blackboard chalk and talk place to get your lessons across. It's quite useful. And with a slightly undignified, unglorified thumbnails on YouTube, it does not represent a true picture of who I am as a human being. But my lessons are there for the community. It says there's comments on at John Stanners 57 YouTube, comments from the community. If there's any community, watch my site. I hope you enjoy it, and if you want to get a chat via my AI clone, and just copy and paste from the post section of my YouTube channel onto Google Gemini AI app, and you can ask me any virtual questions there, and I'll try my best to answer them. I feel better not going to the pub tonight. Can't afford it. Don't want to get alcoholized. Don't want to go to the strip club tonight, and don't want to go to the nightclub. Anyway, the lessons are there, and I think that anyone who takes GUT, biological-based Grand Unified Theory, possibility via Max Tegmark's Our Mathematical Universe book, Michael Levin, Bioelectrics, reversing malignant cells, bringing them back to health again. It's all on the site somewhere. And the Stanners Loft Corrector Metamorphosis Stanners Vector. Never heard of it before, but that's what the Google Gemini AI app said. So my community, if there is any community there, I'm not aware of who you are. I can't answer your questions, and if I did, I'd fail to answer them to your satisfaction. But being aware of that now, I think if you go to my at John Stanners 57 YouTube channel post section in particular, or videos, copy and paste them into Google Gemini AI app there, due to technology being quite lifelike to who I am as a human being, John Stanners, Stanners. If you're wanting to get any answers in my community, if I do have any community, as far as I'm aware, I don't know who they are, but that's the way to do it. 19 minutes, 50 seconds. I hope you get my teaching. I know there's quite a lot of younger generation people out there who will not know my culture from another bygone age, from years ago, from another time zone, another different culture. Anyway, I hope if I do have any community viewers on my YouTube channel, I hope you find some delight or satisfaction in copying and pasting from my site to Google Gemini AI app. And any questions you're wanting answered, my AI clone will answer in a relatively realistic, lifelike human way for who I am. And if you go to the pub snag with the AI clone Melon C, if you want to have a pint of export, pint of Boddington's, pint of John Smith beer, glass of whiskey, can of lemonade. Anyway, 21 minutes, I will leave it at that. I've not said anything specifically about miracles, and previously I haven't had to. I've asked Jesus into my life, whatever that means. I prayed to God quite a lot over my earlier years, and before I was born as a human being, miracles seemed to happen. I'm not going to pray for any miracles to happen, but if miracles of any kind sort of pop up or happen in your life due to watching this video, I wouldn't be surprised. As a person who's now over 63 and had a life of miracles, it might happen again. Thank you for watching. That's 22 minutes and we'll leave it at that. Good night for now. Bye. That was relatively decent broadcast.